morning, what's popping, everybody? Sigil Drizzy, welcome back to Drizzy Radio. We're back yet again, honey. You all know the drill. So let's just jump straight into it. So yesterday we slept when things were still going on. So I'm still trying to catch up with what's happening, okay? For the people who slept like moi. So let's start with where it all started. Of course, Zushu started with coming inside, changing the clothing, of course, doing the gender reveal by herself. You can tell that she was very, very emotional. And of course, a lot of people were confused to why when she found out she was having a girl, she was very emotional and nobody was there to hug her. But then again, I see some comments of some people saying probably it's they don't want it to somebody to go there and hug her because it's like a bad luck or a husda or something like that. Jealousy, envious, someone can, hug her. And yeah, at some point I felt sorry for Zuchu because I thought that Diamond has snapped her, just like Diamond's family members. Of course, at first Wasafi was saying little to this situation over here, okay? Of course, things changed 360 so fast. When Diamond walked in, you can tell that Zuchu was so relieved. And of course, internet started, warming up to this, what was going on in terms of at least being a little bit lenient on the comment section. People had already started calling Zuchu a single mother, honey. I was a little bit worried for her. Diamond came in, of course, gave Zuchu money, of course, gifted her up to 78 million Tanzanian shillings. That is close to 30,000 USD. And you could tell that Zuchu, the body language was not really there. She was happy, yes, but we saw all the gaslighting that Diamond Platnumz brothers tried to do, the few days ago or weeks, the way they were being messy and shady and almost seemingly like they were involved in their brother's marriage, as if their brother is, look at that. Look at Ricardo Momo. Look at Santos. You can tell that these are literally, the one with the cape literally organized women to go and be with Diamond. The other one was gaslighting us how he started his daughter, okay? Diamond's alleged baby mama and also side chick. Anyway, wahala deo. So Diamond go ahead and praise Zuchu's mother, which I'm going to play in a few. And Zuchu's mother, of course, did an interview. But honey, after listening to this woman talk, now I know how Zuchu turned out to be the way she is, honey. Very resilient. But let me just say it's more like a mule because sometimes, let me play it to you because on the comment section when I woke up, Lord have mercy, Adija Kopa couldn't have done them interviews because there's some things that she said where I was like, it wasn't necessary, Miss Mamas, okay? It wasn't necessary. It was obvious that your daughter felt some type of a way about, how all of a sudden the treatment from Diamond's friends and family members were 360. Even though the mother and the sister was never shown. The sister was seen on another wedding, honey, celebrating and posting some shady Insta stories, but that's a story for another time, okay?
Nimshukuru pia mama, nimshukuru mama Hadija. Kabisa najua mama kwa zuri hapa ndo nilikuwa kwa kwanza. Na Mwenyezi Mungu kujalie sana, wewe mama mwenye upendo sana. Na siku zote nakwambiaga mama Hadija nikizungumza naye mtu akiuliza definition ya mama bora au mkwe bora ni upi, basi tutampigia mama Hadija. Na nafikiri mama Hadija pia nzuri katika maisha yetu. Sisi tunakutana na familia tofauti tofauti tulipotoka, tunakutana na mama mbalimbali, lakini mama Hadija ni top kama mkwe wangu mimi kutoka chuo kwa nao. Wakati mwingine zinatupeleka changamoto kwa mambo mengi, lakini mama anajua namna ya kuhakikisha kwamba watoto wake tunapaswa kufanya nini, tunapaswa kuwaje, na namshukuru sana na yeye anajua nampenda sana. Na huo ni kweli kabisa.
Lord have mercy. So if you had Diamond Platnumz, he basically was saying that, Zuchu is the first granddaughter. Zuchu's child is her first a granddaughter from Zuchu's side. And of course, Diamond also added that Zuchu's mother is the best mother-in-law, and she's the best mother because she know how to advise her daughter on how to be in, in a relationship. And also, he has been with a lot of mothers-in-law. He has been with mothers-in-law himself, but of all the mothers-in-laws that he has ever had, because they consider, baby mamas that he had, their mothers to be mothers-in-law or, sisters and all that. According to him, he's saying that Mama Dangote is Mama Zuchu's mother, Mama Hadija Kopa, is the best, right? So let's continue.
Hongera, tunakutarajia mjukuu.
Asante, Mwenyezi Mungu atuletee salama.
Ndio. Kabla sisi kufahamu kwamba tutapata mtoto wa kike, ulikuwa unalifahamu kabla?
Najua
Ulikuwa unajua? Usiku ambao unafahamu kwamba Zuchu atatuletea mjukuu wa kike, uli react vipi?
Nimefurahi, mimi napenda watu wanawake.
Atakuwa mjukuu wetu wangapi huyu?
Huyu atakuwa wa sita sijui. Ngoja 1 2 3 4 5 6 wa saba.
Hapo kitu kizuri zaidi, Zuchu anakwenda kupata mtoto, anaenda kubarikiwa kupata mtoto ndani ya ndoa. Kitu kikubwa sana.
Of course, they start by asking Zuchu's mother, how she was, and Zuchu's mother says she's good, and they ask her, did you know this information before everybody knew? And she said, yeah, I think before they were ready to do all the setups, she was obviously told. It was only probably Zuchu and other people who did not know, but the people who were organizing the party knew. And she also said that Zuchu's kid is her 7th grandkid, and she said that she's very, very happy to have Zuchu. Let's continue.
Ujisikii vibaya unavyoona mke wako anahusishwa kuwa na mahusiano mengi ya wanawake wengi?
Nani?
Diamond.
Kwani wewe umemuona kwenye mahusiano ya wanawake wengi?
Anahusishwa sana.
Si anahusishwa. Wewe hujamuona eti? Si anahusishwa. Hata mimi naweza nikahusishwa, lakini kawa sio kweli.
Wanazungumza kwa haikusumbui.
Hainisumbui, mimi nisumbueni. Mimi nisumbui. Kwani nisumbui? Mambo ya kuhusishwa, sisi mambo ya kuhusishwa, mambo ya kudhani, sio kuambiwa hivi na hivi, vitu vya kawaida watu binadamu. Na binadamu wengine hawapendi watu wasikilizane, wanapenda watu wanataka wataachana lini? Taachana lini? Sasa mimi vitu vya kipuzi sio kahusishwa, sio kadhaniwa, sio kaonekana mimi vinishughulishi. Mimi sio kwanza aliolewa Zuhura. Yeye mwenyewe ndo anajua ndani ya nafsi yake. Kila mtu na moyo wake. Mimi vitu kama hivyo vitabu, vitu vya kawaida tu.
Inshallah, mama.
Inshallah. Mama jasiri kabisa huyo.
And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the real reason why Diamond treats Zuchu the way he does. Because it seemed like Zuchu staying for this long, okay? Whoever is advising Zuchu is the mother. So, thank goodness my translation worked, right? So Zuchu's mother was being asked, how do you feel that your in-law is being associated with a lot of women? Of course, most of this as accusations as things that we are able to see, things that her own daughter is reacting towards, right? And I understand that probably Mama Hadija Kopa doesn't want to, remove her son-in-law in public or air her son-in-law out. But for her to say that she doesn't care, it's all about assumption, it's all about, accusations, but that's just about it. It's all about, people making up stories and bloggers wanting to say the most. And there's some people who don't want to see her daughter happy in her own marriage. And she's not the one who is married, it is Zuchu, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's about Zuchu to know if she want to stay or not, but as far as she's saying, Zuchu is still inside the marriage. So according to her, she feel like, people should leave Zuchu and Diamond alone. She's really supporting of this relationship, and she's not calling Diamond out. And if this is how she talked to Diamond, even behind the door, because she have this tendency of always defending Diamond. This is something also Zuchu has talked about, in many interviews. I feel like this is where Diamond feel comfortable in cheating on Zuchu, and then next minute growing up knowing that, Zuchu's mother will always take up for him, in my opinion. Yeah, because we've seen all the disgust. Her own fan pages were very disgusted with how Diamond was. They were literally begging Zuchu to leave Diamond based off of everything that happened. I would have loved if Zuchu's mother could have just said, yeah, things happen. At the end of the day, marriage is hard. But after all these things have happened, which I'm praying will not repeat themselves, I want Diamond to take my daughter seriously. I want you to know that you ain't gonna play with my daughter's heart. Like, send a strong message, even on public, not only behind the scene, because now it shows that you are starstruck with Diamond superstardom, and you don't want, you want to continue seeing your daughter in this marriage. Maybe your daughter don't want to walk away because she doesn't want to break your heart. She's seeing how you love Diamond as an in-law. And I told you that Zuchu doesn't have what it takes to leave Diamond, because people like the mother is enabling her. Okay? Read you some 3 comments. One person said she's the reason why her daughter turned out the way she is. Of course. Another person said, hold on, let me try and click it. I don't know why my machine is acting up today. Another person is saying, I've also seen it. This woman has always defended Diamond in public. She has never shown that she's disgusted, even if she is. You can't find Diamond's mother swearing like this when it comes to her child question. She must be strict or she will not answer at all. Okay? Mama Dangote would never do this right here. Another person said psychology of body language speak louder than words. Diamond is up there giving all praises, but Zuchu's mother intense gum chewing and suspicion, eye siding, tell different stories. She look like she's trying to figure out true motive. Could be true. Okay? Another person said, hold on a minute. Indeed, they are all so tired of his drama. They no longer give a damn about him. Even Zuchu herself, they just flew with her, and now he's out there. Picture, you can see even on Zuchu's side, chemistry has gone. And Zuchu doesn't even refer to Diamond as my husband, my lovely husband, my beloved. He's referring to Diamond as my baby's father, my baby daddy. Another person said, true, they both look hurt about something. She is even trying to force herself to smile, even that they just don't want people to think that they're overexcited. I think Zuchu is exhausted, and plus with the pregnancy emotions, she's just like, should I stay because of my child? I don't want my child to be deprived of the fatherly affection, because Diamond have tendency of, if the mother of his child, if a baby mama is not cool with him, he's not cool with the kid. It's not really about the finances, but the spending time and the fatherly love, those are some of the real reasons why Tanasha and Zari have come down to Diamond's level, because they want their children to have access to that. At the end of the day, they're the ones who give the children that baby daddy, whether he's good or bad. It's upon kids when they grow up to figure that out. But for now, for the better of the kids growing psychologically, they want their children to have a father figure, the real biological father figure in their lives. Anyway, that's just about this for this video. I'll try and see if I'll come back with more video. Anyway, keep it classy. Stay messy. See you on my next one. Ciao, ciao.